let's go ahead and get started making this incredible coconut raisin sweetbread. In this bowl here, I've got some all-purpose flour, some salt, some baking powder, granulated sugar, ground cinnamon, and ground nutmeg. And of course, all the amounts will be listed below. Got some condensed milk, evaporated milk with some orange zest and mixed essence. Of course, you can use vanilla extract. And I've got an egg. I've also got some melted butter that I just put into the microwave to melt, and I'll just let it cool for a little bit. And some shredded coconut and raisins. Now, I know that they add candied fruit peel to this. I am not a huge fan of candied fruit peel, so I'm leaving it out. If you like it, of course, you could definitely add it to the recipe. So I'm just going to go ahead and mix all of my dry ingredients together. Now, if I could get my hands on freshly grated coconut, I would use that, but I can't get that, so I'm just using the shredded coconut. You can use unsweetened or sweetened. I've used both on different occasions. They both work just as good. And I'm going to add in my egg into a separate bowl. The egg, the butter, the condensed milk, evaporated milk, and all of that good stuff. Just all the wet ingredients into the bowl. Now, I am using fat-free condensed milk and fat-free evaporated milk in this recipe because I just want it a little bit lighter. So if you're on a diet or you're watching your calories, this is just a great way to enjoy the bread still without having any of that extra stuff. I'm going to go ahead and give it a nice little mixeroo with my whisk. And then go back over to our dry, and we're just going to add in our raisins and our coconut. Now, there have been times that I've added dried cranberries to this just for a little extra tartness, and it's absolutely delicious. So if you've got some of that and you like it and you want to add it, go ahead, because it is really good. Gonna make sure all of those is really nice and combined, and all we're gonna do now is combine our wet and our dry, and we're gonna get our spatula, get all that out of there. Our oven is preheated to 350 degrees, and I've got a loaf pan that I've sprayed with non-stick cooking spray, and I've lined it with a little bit of parchment paper just so nothing sticks. I'm going to mix that up real good, make sure everything is really nice and combined. And then we're just going to go ahead and pour this into our loaf pan. Now, this is a very thick batter, so it will take a while to bake. But we're going to go ahead and pour it into our loaf pan. Make sure it's nice and even. And we're going to just give it a few little taps on our counter. 5 minutes before it's done, I'm going to take it out, sprinkle some granulated sugar on top, and then pop it back in the oven for another 5 minutes. Now, this bread can bake anywhere from 1 hour and 15 minutes to 1 hour and 30 minutes. You do want to check on it like at the hour and 10 minute mark just to make sure and see how it's going. But it is a very thick batter, and it is a very moist cake. So when you do check on it and insert a knife, you will find wet crumbs. Not wet batter, but wet crumbs. So just keep an eye on that. And you've got this incredible coconut raisin sweetbread. This recipe is so delicious. It's one of my favorite cakes to have with a cup of coffee, or if you like tea, it is perfect for a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. It's absolutely delicious. Even as good as it is out of the oven, nice and warm, it is even better the next morning with that hot cup of coffee or tea. I am telling you, it is so moist. The raisins just run through it. The coconut is all through it. It is absolutely delicious. I hope that you guys enjoyed this recipe. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.